Hello my friends. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to see you here today. In this video, we are going to talk about the increasing prevalence of AI. Biotech, and other emerging technologies is prompting ethical and societal concerns. In recent years, technology has reached a level that once only existed in science fiction. One striking example is the rise of deepfake technology, where artificial intelligence can generate hyper-realistic videos of people saying or doing things they never actually did. These videos can be nearly impossible to distinguish from real footage, and while some use them for entertainment or satire, others use them for deception, political manipulation, or blackmail. Another powerful example is gene editing, particularly through technologies like CRISPR, which allow scientists to alter the DNA of embryos before birth. This opens the door to potentially curing genetic diseases, but also raises the possibility of designer babies, where traits such as intelligence, physical appearance, or gender could be chosen, potentially reinforcing social inequalities or even creating a new form of genetic class division. These examples bring us to a critical ethical question. Just because we can do something with technology, should we? Technological progress is not inherently good or bad, it depends on how we use it. Yet in our excitement to innovate, we often move faster than our ability to reflect on the consequences. Are we prepared to deal with the misinformation and trust issues caused by deepfakes? Are we ready to make decisions about altering human life at its very foundation? As we push the boundaries of what's possible, we must also expand the conversation about what's right, fair, and responsible. The question is no longer about what technology can do, but about what we should allow it to do in the name of progress. One of the most striking features of our time is the unprecedented speed of technological advancement. Innovations in artificial intelligence, biotechnology, robotics, and quantum computing are emerging and evolving at a pace that was unimaginable just a few decades ago. New applications of AI are being introduced almost daily, from self-driving cars and virtual assistants to AI-generated art and automated medical diagnoses. Meanwhile, breakthroughs in gene editing, synthetic biology, and neurotechnology are redefining the boundaries of human life and health. However, while technology is advancing at lightning speed, our ethical frameworks and legal systems are struggling to keep up. Laws are often reactive, designed to address problems only after they have already caused harm. In contrast, technology moves proactively, anticipating needs, creating new markets, and even disrupting entire industries overnight. For example, the global rise of AI tools like ChatGPT caught many educational institutions off guard, sparking debates about academic integrity and intellectual property. Similarly, governments and legal systems around the world have found themselves ill-equipped to regulate issues like data privacy, algorithmic bias, or the implications of gene editing in human embryos. This growing gap between innovation and regulation presents serious risks. Without clear ethical guidelines, powerful technologies can be misused or monopolized, leading to social inequality, discrimination, or loss of individual freedoms. If we are not careful, we may find ourselves in a world shaped more by technological capabilities than by human values. Therefore, it is crucial that alongside the race for innovation, we also accelerate efforts to develop thoughtful, forward-looking ethical and legal responses, so that technology serves humanity, not the other way around. Artificial intelligence, AI, is rapidly transforming the way we live, work, and interact. On one hand, AI serves as an incredibly powerful tool that enhances human capability. It can automate repetitive tasks, boost productivity, and reduce human error in industries ranging from finance to logistics. In creative fields, AI is now generating music, art, and even literature, opening new possibilities for artistic expression and innovation. Perhaps most impressively, AI is revolutionizing healthcare, helping doctors detect diseases earlier, analyze medical images with precision, and even develop personalized treatment plans using massive datasets. However, despite these benefits, AI also poses serious challenges and ethical dilemmas. One major concern is the threat to employment. As machines become more capable of performing both manual and cognitive tasks, Millions of jobs, particularly in manufacturing, customer service, and transportation, are at risk of being replaced or significantly altered. Another pressing issue is the spread of misinformation. AI-powered bots and algorithms can manipulate content, generate fake news, or create realistic deepfakes that erode public trust and influence political outcomes. Furthermore, many AI systems suffer from bias, especially when trained on unrepresentative or flawed datasets, leading to unfair treatment in areas like hiring, lending, or law enforcement. Beyond that, there are growing fears about surveillance and loss of privacy. Governments and corporations are increasingly using AI to track user behavior, monitor online activity, and analyze personal data, often without full transparency or consent. These developments raise the urgent question: are we building AI that serves people, or one that controls them? In the end, AI is neither inherently good nor bad, it is a tool. But its impact depends on how we choose to develop, regulate, and use it. The challenge is to harness its power responsibly and ethically, before it outpaces our ability to control it. Biotechnology is one of the most promising and controversial fields of modern science. Advances in gene editing, especially through powerful tools like CRISPR-Cas9, have opened the door to what was once thought impossible: the ability to precisely alter DNA. This breakthrough holds tremendous potential for curing genetic diseases, such as sickle cell anemia or cystic fibrosis, and even for preventing inherited conditions before a child is born. Some scientists believe biotechnology could one day extend human life, enhance immunity, or slow the aging process. These possibilities make biotechnology seem like a miracle of modern medicine. However, alongside the promise comes a deep sense of ethical unease. The ability to edit genes also raises the specter of creating so-called designer babies, children whose traits like intelligence, physical appearance, or athletic ability are selected or enhanced before birth. While this may sound futuristic, the technology is already progressing toward that direction. This gives rise to fears about genetic inequality, where only the wealthy could afford enhancements, potentially widening the social gap between those who are genetically modified and those who are not. Moreover, there is growing concern that we may begin to commodify life, treating human embryos as products to be engineered, selected, or discarded based on desired traits. These developments challenge our understanding of human dignity, fairness, and what it means to be natural. They also raise the fundamental ethical question: where should we draw the line between healing and enhancing? As biotechnology continues to evolve, it is crucial for society, not just scientists, to be part of the conversation. We must ask not only what we can do with this power, but what we should do, ensuring that science serves humanity with compassion, responsibility, and respect for life itself. While emerging technologies offer undeniable benefits, they also come with a dark side that cannot be ignored. Innovations like facial recognition, data harvesting, and behavior tracking are being integrated into everyday life at an alarming pace, often without the public's full understanding or consent. These technologies are capable of collecting vast amounts of personal information, from our shopping habits to our physical movements, online interactions, and even emotional responses. Although marketed as tools for convenience or security, they often come at the cost of our most fundamental rights: privacy and personal autonomy. Facial recognition systems, for example, are now widely used in airports, shopping malls, and public spaces. While they may help in identifying suspects or streamlining services, they also create an environment of constant surveillance, where individuals are tracked without knowing when, where, or why. Similarly, many corporations engage in large-scale data collection to fuel targeted advertising, influence consumer behavior, or even manipulate public opinion. When people's actions and preferences are constantly monitored, analyzed, and monetized, the boundary between personalization and exploitation becomes dangerously thin. More concerning is the potential for government overreach. In some countries, emerging technologies are being used to suppress dissent, monitor activists, or enforce political control. Instead of empowering citizens, technology is sometimes weaponized to silence them. This shift from freedom to control reflects a dangerous misuse of innovation, where tools meant to improve lives become instruments of social manipulation. As these technologies continue to evolve, we must ask, who controls the tech, and who does the tech control? Ensuring transparency, ethical governance, and public accountability is essential if we want technology to serve democratic values rather than undermine them. As emerging technologies become more advanced, they also bring with them new ethical dilemmas that society is not fully prepared to answer. These are not questions with simple yes or no responses, but deeply complex issues that challenge our legal systems, moral values, and understanding of what it means to be human. For example, as artificial intelligence becomes more autonomous, making decisions, interacting with humans, and even creating content, some have begun to ask, should AI have rights? If an AI system becomes sophisticated enough to learn, adapt, and potentially feel, at what point do we consider its moral status? Another pressing question is, who is responsible when AI causes harm? If a self-driving car causes an accident, is it the fault of the manufacturer, the programmer, or the AI itself? Traditional legal frameworks are not equipped to handle these new layers of responsibility and agency. Without clear accountability, victims may be left without justice, and developers without proper oversight. Similarly, the power to alter the human genome presents ethical challenges that go far beyond science. With tools like CRISPR, we can potentially prevent genetic diseases, but we also open the door to editing traits like intelligence, appearance, or personality. This leads to difficult questions about fairness, consent, and the long-term effects on human evolution. Can we truly make these decisions for future generations? These dilemmas highlight the urgent need for thoughtful public debate, interdisciplinary collaboration, and the development of new ethical frameworks. As technology blurs the line between the natural and the artificial, the human and the machine, we must carefully consider not only what we are creating, but what kind of world we are creating it for. The rapid pace of technological innovation has the potential to improve lives across the globe, but it also amplifies social inequalities. One of the biggest challenges is that technology's benefits are often disproportionately accessed by wealthier individuals or nations. For example, the ability to harness cutting-edge technologies like artificial intelligence, robotics, and biotechnology requires significant financial resources and infrastructure. Wealthier countries can invest in research and development, access advanced healthcare, and offer their populations the latest tech innovations, while poorer nations are often left behind, lacking the capital or access to these breakthroughs. This growing technological divide exacerbates existing social inequalities. In developed countries, many people already enjoy the conveniences and advantages of digitalization, such as remote work, e-commerce, and personalized healthcare. In contrast, those in underdeveloped or rural areas often struggle to gain access to basic technologies like high-speed internet or even affordable smartphones. This results in a digital divide where some populations are excluded from the economic, educational, and social opportunities that new technologies provide. Additionally, there is a growing concern that we may be creating a technological elite, a small group of individuals, companies, or nations that control the most powerful technologies and hold vast amounts of data. These tech giants have the potential to shape global economies, politics, and even personal lives, leaving the majority of people vulnerable to exploitation or disenfranchisement. As a result, rather than leveling the playing field, technology may be reinforcing and even deepening social and economic divisions. The challenge, therefore, is not just about creating new technologies, but about ensuring that the benefits are distributed equitably, so that no one is left behind in this digital age. As technology continues to evolve at a rapid pace, legal systems are struggling to keep up. New innovations, such as artificial intelligence, blockchain, and biotechnology, have outpaced the development of laws and regulations that can effectively govern them. This lag creates significant gaps in accountability, privacy protection, and consumer rights. For instance, as AI becomes more integrated into daily life, there is a growing concern about its use in surveillance, data collection, and decision-making, yet many countries still lack comprehensive laws to regulate these technologies. Similarly, The rise of gene editing technologies like CRISPR presents challenges in terms of ethics, ownership, and the potential for unintended consequences. But legal frameworks to manage these technologies are still in their infancy. In many cases, laws are reactive rather than proactive, addressing issues only after harm has been done. By the time legal systems catch up with new technologies, the damage may already be irreversible, and opportunities for prevention lost. Moreover, technological advancements often cross borders, making it difficult for national laws to be effective in a globalized world. What is needed is not just national legislation, but global regulations that can address these issues on a larger scale. To tackle these challenges, there is a clear need for interdisciplinary collaboration between legal experts, technologists, ethicists, and policymakers. Technology cannot be regulated in isolation. Ethics, human rights, and social justice must be integrated into the conversation. The development of global ethical standards and legal frameworks will help ensure that innovation serves the common good while minimizing potential harm. Without this collaborative effort, we risk allowing technology to evolve in ways that are unchecked, potentially leading to greater inequality and loss of control over our own lives. As we move further into the digital age, the role of society in shaping the future of technology has never been more important. We are no longer just passive users of technology, we are stakeholders in its development and impact. Technology affects every aspect of our lives, from how we communicate and work to how we access healthcare and education. As such, it is essential for the public to take an active role in the responsible use and awareness of these technologies. We must not only understand the benefits but also the risks associated with their use, including the ethical dilemmas they present. It is crucial that we, as a society, do not leave the conversation about technology solely to scientists, tech companies, or policymakers. Ethical discussions and decisions about the future of technology should involve everyone, citizens, educators, and activists alike. By engaging in these conversations, we can ensure that our collective values, such as privacy, fairness, and justice, are upheld as technology continues to evolve. This will also help prevent the monopolization of technological power by a few corporations or governments who may prioritize profits over people's rights and freedoms. Encouraging public awareness and dialogue is key to shaping a future where technology serves humanity rather than controlling it. We need to ask difficult questions, such as, how do we balance innovation with privacy? How do we ensure equitable access to new technologies? How can we prevent misuse and ensure that technological progress aligns with the greater good? These are questions that cannot be answered without active participation from all sectors of society. As stakeholders in this digital world, it is our responsibility to ensure technology is developed and used in ways that benefit everyone. In conclusion, the rapid advancement of technology presents both immense opportunities and serious challenges. However, as we continue to innovate, it is crucial to remember that technology should serve humanity, not the other way around. The tools and systems we create must enhance the human experience, not diminish it. With every breakthrough in artificial intelligence, biotechnology, or any other emerging field, we must ask ourselves, how does this technology improve lives? Does it contribute to the well-being of all people? Or does it deepen existing inequalities and create new forms of harm? To ensure that technological progress benefits everyone, innovation must be guided by empathy, responsibility, and shared human values. It is not enough to push forward with technical achievements alone, we must also consider the social and ethical implications of those achievements. Technologies must be developed with a deep understanding of their potential impact on society, including issues of privacy, equity, and access. Empathy should drive design, so that technologies are built with the needs and experiences of all people in mind, especially the most vulnerable. Responsibility should be at the core of every innovation, ensuring that we anticipate and mitigate potential harms. Lastly, shared human values, such as justice, fairness, and respect for individual dignity, should form the foundation of any technological framework. By focusing on ethical and human-centered innovation, we can ensure that technology remains a force for good, working to uplift society rather than undermine it. As we continue to create and innovate, we must remember that technology exists to serve humanity's greatest needs, not the other way around. Only then can we build a future where technology enhances, rather than threatens, our shared humanity. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed this topic and learned something new. Remember, you can watch this video as many times as you want to practice your speaking. Repeating the story will help you improve your pronunciation, rhythm, and confidence in English. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe before we go. Let me leave you with this: learning English is not just about words and grammar. So keep practicing, stay curious, and enjoy the journey. See you in the next video.